Hi, this is Dan. I'm going to do kind of an impromptu short video here showing those of you that we've selected for our initial beta testing of the new PIMS-SQL application. I'm going to show you some of the differences between PIMS-X and the new program PIMS-SQL. So I'll assume that most of you watching this video are already familiar with some of the basics of PIMS. So we'll go ahead and start out. As with the previous versions, when you double-click the icon, you get the Logon Screen for both single user and client server. This one differs slightly in that for those of you with a lot of users, you can expand your screen. And also we have a sort feature that will sort your users, and also a find feature that will allow you to find a user in the group here. So let's go ahead and do administrator, and for this beta it's just like the previous one, it's just a single space to get into the program.
Just one moment, please.
Let's see our new splash screen. Some of the things on here. The very first time you run an updated version of PIMS, you'll see a badge that shows up just letting you know it's a new version. It'll do this on each individual client when it first ties in to a newly updated PIMS as well. Actually, if you click on this, it'll go ahead and display the version history to let you know what the changes are. And here, I won't go into it right now, these are buttons where you can assign macros, like to take you to accounting or to bring up a new order, whatever you'd like to do to program these. And again, it won't be the scope of this video to show you how to do this. So speaking of splash screens, let's say that you would like to choose a different splash screen. In this version of PIMS, you can do that. We'll go up here to the menu, and while I'm at it, you'll notice that the menus have changed a little bit. Pretty much everything is in the same place as PIMS-X, so it's an easy transition. There's not really a lot you need to learn to go to this version at all. But here, one of the new features is you can change your splash screen. We have different themes here that you can pick. I'll choose this one. You can view a sample, and you press the escape key to get out of it. So there's an example of that one, a nice techno one. And down towards the bottom, we have one for those of you that have designed your own splash screens. When I click on that one, it's going to prompt me for a picture. It's 1,000 pixels by 550. I'll hit continue, and I'll go ahead and grab one. I just happen to have one here I designed. And you can put your own image in here, and you still have some of the controls down here. And there's the path to your data file up here. I'll hit the escape key. We also have another one, custom one, where if you click on this one, you can actually assign a web page. Just pick our ExecUtron one. And when we view that, it will display in the middle of your splash screen whatever web page you've defaulted to. And it actually works. You can navigate through. Its real intent was for those users that wanted to show different animations here. You could have looping videos here, you could have any flash, basically anything that you can display on your regular browser, like for the Mac folks, Safari or Firefox. If you can display it there, you can display it here, which means it doesn't have to be necessarily a website. It could be a file off of your disk. It could be an animation. It could be QuickTime, whatever you like. And these are the different themes. I'll just go ahead and put it back to its regular one. I could hit save right now, and I'm going to go ahead and hit cancel. Once you select one, you need to reboot in order to get that screen. There's a lot of changes that are done, so we don't implement that on the fly. Most of that is for client-server reasons. So once you select one, you quit, you boot back in, you've got your new screen. I'd like to show you another feature which has been a long time coming actually. For those of you that used our original PIMS Classic version, you'll know that we had written our own search editor for records. And in PIMS-X, we went ahead and used the standard 4D search editor. Well, backed by popular demand, I have rewritten our own search editor again, and we've made this one extraordinarily advanced. And for those of you that do a lot of record searching, I think you're really going to like this one. Let's go ahead and go up to Inventory, Search Editor. You'll notice the little magnifying glass next to it. You can tell that's our new search editor by that. I'll go ahead and pull it up. And we've got some changes here. First off, here's your list of available fields. One of the changes we did in our own is these are all bold. Bold colored fields are indexed fields. You'll notice that we're now out of the bold ones. Indexed fields are the fields that search the fastest. There are certain things built into the data file, especially with SQL that we've gone to, that allow us to make searching of the most popular fields very, very fast. And in the past, text fields, like not the product name, but the product description, or version histories, or large bodies of text were extraordinarily slow searches. These days, we've set some of those text fields to a special kind of keyword indexing, which allows you to search text fields just as fast as you would search other fields. And as time goes on, we'll be adding more of these. But let's go ahead and say we want part code. When I click on that, it'll put part code. It defaults to equal to. Here, this is all pretty much the same as it was in the previous PIMS. I'll change it to is not equal to ParisWorks. This is our sample data file. I'll add another line. It defaults to and. Product name does not contain the word prune. Hit tab. And, or let's say, let's add another line. If I want to change this to an or, I just click it and it'll change from and to or. I'd say or the price is greater than $100. And I can just bang the enter key or just click search and it'll produce a listing. Now let's do that again. Search editor. I'm going to show some of the other functions on here. We have brought back the search. So if you have a lot of fields, like inventory has a lot of fields, and I know there's something like discontinued, something like that. So I can just click find and I can type disk. I'll bring it over here where you can see it in the video. I'll just type in part of discontinued. And there it finds my field for me. If I hit the question mark with the plus, it'll find the next thing that has disk in it. And so on and so forth. Oh, and also our screen's kind of small here for the video, but we can go ahead and expand this as well. You can't see it, it just dropped out of your video, but we can expand the length of this. Also, to help you find fields, you can sort, and it will sort all them alphabetically. And if I hold down on the Shift key and click sort, it'll go ahead and put my indexed fields back up at the top. Something else, when you click on a field, I'll click on a Boolean field. This lets me know it's either a true or false.